Hey, what's going on, guys? Matt K here. I just want to welcome you to another episode of
Who's that
Superhero? For those of you that are new, this is a weird future segment where either myself, Cube, or Bob Cheesy pick a comic book character and just give you a light little synopsis for your pleasure and enjoyment.
Oh yeah!
And since he recently debuted in Captain America Civil War, I decided who better to do than Black Panther. Now, before I tell you the origin story of the Black Panther, or otherwise known as T'Challa, I first have to tell you about the mystical land known as Wakanda. Nestled deep in the heart of the African jungle, Wakanda is one of the most advanced nations in the world. Now, part of this is because Wakanda actually has a very large mound of Vibranium, one of the rarest metals on Earth, the same metal that Captain America's shield is formed out of. Basically, what this metal does is it absorbs kinetic energy, stores it, and makes the metal harder to destroy. But anyways, T'Chaka, T'Challa's father, hid Wakanda from the world to prevent it and its vibranium from being manipulated by outsiders. So eventually T'Challa is born, and this is kind of where we get to the good stuff right here. We get this guy, this Dutch scientist named Ulysses Claw, who finds himself way into Wakanda, and using stolen vibranium creates a sound-based weapon, and with his band of mercenaries attacks Wakanda and actually manages to kill King T'Chaka. Prince T'Challa, just a boy at the time, manages to turn the sound weapon on Ulysses and destroys his right hand. Basically, Claw flees the country, exposes Wakanda to the outside world, and in his anger, swears revenge on T'Challa. Upset over the death of his father, T'Challa travels the world learning various skills, and eventually he makes his way home to Wakanda, where he challenges the current king, his uncle Cian, in combat during a once-a-year ritual where anyone of royal blood can challenge the ruler. T'Challa manages to beat him, which is impressive considering whoever holds the title of king also holds the title of Black Panther and all the abilities that come with it. After becoming king, T'Challa undergoes the Black Panther ritual by eating the heart-shaped herb, which gives him enhanced abilities, and thus begins the story of T'Challa the Black Panther. So throughout his career as a hero, Black Panther actually had a lot of achievements and just little-known facts about him, so I just picked a couple here that I'm going to tell you guys just in case you ever get quizzed and, you know, you have some throwback.
Alright.
To start off, he actually built the Quinjet, or the plane we always see the Avengers fly around in, and created the wings that Falcon used to fly. At one point he was married to Storm of the X-Men, however that marriage was annulled during a hero versus hero event that pitted the Avengers versus the X-Men. If you haven't guessed this next one, Panther is a long-standing member of the Avengers and a former member of the Illuminati, a secret organization that features Marvel's most influential heroes. He once fought a demon, Mephisto to be exact, and ripped his heart out. Sorry, that last one kind of got me. Finally, at the end of Secret Wars, another event I'm not about to go into, he fights Dr. Doom, imbued with the power of a god, and essentially 1v1s him with the power of an infinity gauntlet. It was kind of influential just because this was the end of the comic, and you know, Black Panther was one of the main people fighting Doom, so it meant a lot to me as an accomplishment. I thought it was pretty cool. So those are what I think are some important facts for you guys to know. Like I said, not all of them. You can definitely go read some of his comics and check out some of the other interesting things he's done. And be sure to let us know down in the comments below. Until then, let's jump into his power set. Now, luckily for me, Panther doesn't have as many powers as, let's say, Doctor Strange.
Fuck you.
But he is still one of the most dangerous men alive, with skills that rival Captain America and allow him to beat opponents much stronger than him. He gets all his superhuman abilities thanks to a heart-shaped herb, a special herb found only in Wakanda, which only those of royal blood flowing through their veins can survive the process of, well, eating. Now, some of the superhuman abilities the user of the heart-shaped herb gains are enhanced strength, of which some examples include wrestling a rhino down to the ground and destroying a watermill by flexing. He has enhanced speed, which allows him to run alongside cheetahs, agility, which is far greater than any Olympic gymnast, healing, which is at its peak, endurance, which has allowed him to tolerate massive amounts of pain, and an overall boost to their senses, just like seeing in the dark and tracking smells across continents, to name a few.
But wait! There's more!
There sure is. In addition to gathering all those powers, T'Challa has a number of skills he's gathered by traveling the world. For one thing, he's a genius-level intellect, a master in engineering, physics, and strategy. He's one of the top 8 smartest Marvel characters, and has a tactical mind that's outwitted Reed Richards, Doctor Doom, and Iron Man. This can only be overshadowed by his fighting prowess. He's fought some of the world's greatest fighters, and is a master himself of both armed and unarmed combat. He's fought Daredevil, Captain America, Shang-Chi, and Iron Fist, and on more than one occasion has happened to win. Now, if his intelligence and physical skill are still not enough for you, he's a freaking king. He's ridiculously wealthy, has a collection of military, technological, and scientific hardware from one of the most advanced nations on the planet. Plus,
Oh my god!
diplomatic immunity. Finally, if that's not enough for you, Panther has a whole bunch of equipment he uses to help him kick ass. I'm just gonna stick with his suits made of Vibranium and just leave out all the rest. You guys get the point, right? So basically, how do you beat this guy? Fortunately for us readers, Panther has a great cast of villains, and I just happen to choose 4 of my favorites. And if you're wondering why I choose 4 instead of 5, I don't know, wabadoo. So first up on the list we have the Man-Ape, or otherwise known as M'Baku. Oh my god, I could be butchering these names. Basically, he was one of Wakanda's greatest warriors, one of T'Challa's greatest allies, but basically what happens is when T'Challa goes to serve with the Avengers, he bathes in the flesh of a mystic white gorilla, gaining his strength, and usurps Wakanda from T'Challa, and he's been a recurring villain for T'Challa for quite a while. We have Eric Killmonger, or N'Jaka, oh god,
They speak English and what?
you know what, Eric Killmonger. So basically this guy is like Black Panther, except without any of the superhuman abilities. Now while you think that would make him less of a threat, he's actually one of the biggest threats to Black Panther, because he's trained hard enough and done enough studying that he's a mental and physical match for T'Challa. And basically he's a former Wakandan citizen who also usurps the throne from T'Challa, and he appears in one of the best and first real story arcs called Panther's Rage. I recommend you guys read it, check it out, it's a great story arc. Next up we have, oh my god, these names. Achibe. Basically this guy sold his soul to Mephisto, and it allowed him to manipulate the people of Wakanda and also usurp Wakanda from T'Challa. That's kind of where we get the whole scene of T'Challa ripping out Mephisto's heart. That's where all that comes from. Finally on the list we get Ulysses Claw, basically that guy from way back earlier in this episode who killed T'Challa's dad, and basically, you know, one of his greatest enemies. He steps through a sound converter and becomes living sound, so that's pretty rad. And out of everybody on this list, he's the only one who doesn't usurp Wakanda from T'Challa. Now, coincidentally enough, I think actually 3 of these villains have been casted so far. I know for sure that Andy Serkis is Ulysses Claw. He actually appeared in Avengers 2 Age of Ultron, where Ultron actually cut off his hand, so we're going to be seeing more of that, seeing more of him actually in Black Panther. We got Michael B. Jordan cast as, I think it was Eric Killmonger. So he's going to be Eric Killmonger in the Black Panther movie. And we got Winston Duke cast as Man-Ape. So who knows? Maybe we'll see Achibe. Who? Maybe not. Whatever. We got 3 of them. That's 3 of 4. That's pretty good. So that pretty much wraps up the Black Panther quick little synopsis. Who's that superhero? Black Panther. Everything for you. That wraps it up. And I just want to say, if you guys enjoyed it, and if you guys think there's anything we can work on, or any other characters you want us to review and talk about, just post in the comments down below. If you like this video and you want to see more like it, hit that subscribe button. Until then, I'll see you guys around.